It's August 3rd, 2014 here at Lily's Homestead, and giving you a little garden update. There's our pumpkins are getting quite big now. I got another one there. Actually, there's so many I don't know where they all are. We've had a few ripe tomatoes already that we've picked. Sorry I didn't get video of that, but we got, of course, tons more, as you can see, that will be ready shortly. We did harvest our potatoes. We got the Redskins and the Idahos, and the Redskins did a lot better job of producing big potatoes than the Idahos did, but and they were wonderful. We had them for a meal yesterday. We made fried Redskin potatoes with onions, and it was delicious. I had with some prime rib. And here's the rest of the garden. Our carrots are doing really well. We harvested a lot of lettuce this week. We harvested a lot of strawberries. Well, I'm sorry, last week. Haven't gotten a whole lot of green beans. We've been pretty much eating those as they come out, but we have been getting quite a bit of cucumbers, strawberries, jalapenos. We even smoked some jalapenos in our smoker, and these jalapeno plants, I'm telling you, every day I come out here and there's more jalapenos that are ready every single day. And you can see these jalapeno plants are loaded, and we're getting big green peppers, so they're getting bigger, as you can see. That plant over there, got more on this one, lots of jalapenos. On my broccoli, starting to form crowns. I found out that oh, here's a crown right here on this broccoli forming. Another one over there. Another angle of the broccoli. You can see last time I was out here, only one of them had started forming crowns, and as you can see, we have actually lots of them now that are forming crowns. And this down here is cauliflower. I don't know if it's going to do anything or not. It's looks nice, but doesn't seem to be developing at all. But of course, I've never grown cauliflower before, so if anybody knows better than I do, please comment. And here's our cucumbers. You see they're doing really well. Waiting for the Brussels sprouts still. Oh, and we after we harvested the cabbage that was right here, we stuck a bunch of tomato plants in the ground that we had left over from seeds we grew. And you know, we know that they're really close together. This is just an experiment. Kind of trying to learn what you can do and what you can't do, and when you have extra stuff, it's a good way to experiment. And what we did over here when we harvested the potatoes, maybe I can get closer. Well, here's where our potato patch was, and you know, we had still a lot of little tiny potatoes that were on. We actually pulled them up early. They weren't quite ready yet. We pulled them up early because we had so many Japanese beetles on them, and we were trying to kill them off every day. Basically, we just, one at a time, dispatched them. And what we did is we broke the stalks off and left the roots with the little potatoes on them, and we just stuck those back in the ground. As you can see, the stalks are sticking up, and we just, as an experiment to see if they would grow again from that. And as you can see, one of my volunteer tomato plants over there has gotten its flowers. And there's another volunteer tomato plant, actually two of them right over there. And we also have another one here that's got its flowers on it. And these are just ones that popped up out of the blue. We used to throw a lot of scraps in here to the chickens when this was a chicken run. And those seeds kind of got recycled down into the soil. And what you got going over here, Tina?
Hundreds of berries.
Hundreds? Yeah. And we just harvested these yesterday.
And there's so many more that are going to grow. So many more.
Maybe we'll have strawberry shortcake tonight.
That'll be good.
And you know what's really odd is these are first year berries. We put these plants in the ground this year, and they just must absolutely love it here. They don't get really big. That's about the biggest I've seen right there. But they're incredibly sweet and incredibly delicious. There's a bee pollinating the flowers. We don't keep bees or anything, but we have tons of them in our garden, which is awesome. And I believe I told you about the tomatoes over here. We also did another thing here. This over here was part of our potato patch, and these were some green pepper seeds that we had going in the greenhouse that originally we were going to sell them at a garage sale, but we didn't end up having it, so we stuck these in the ground just to see what happens. We're not expecting anything, but always fun to experiment. If you got the stuff, might as well let it grow, right? And I don't know a whole lot about grapes. Here's her red Catawba grape and Niagara green grape, and as you can see, they're growing right up to the ceiling here. I've cut vines off of those already, trying to let the root structure get a good take in the ground and the soil there, just so that it will produce more grapes when it does produce. But I don't know if I'm to expect any grapes this year or not. We did get a few raspberries, but that petered out. The strawberries that took a long time to recover over here, they're doing better. But overall, I'm really pleased with the garden. We've already gotten so much out of it, and it's still giving us more and more every day. Well worth the time and effort that you put into it. Our corn is doing really good. Sunflowers over there. They haven't grown any flowers yet. Taller than the fence, and that's a 5-foot fence. So I guess they're probably close to 6 foot tall. And but we do have a volunteer sunflower here that has formed a flower head, if you can see that. It's not open right now. It was yesterday. But yeah, the corn issue. We had one over here that had the tassels on it, and my brother was here yesterday, and he says, "Dan, you gotta take the tassels off. You have to detassel corn." And so I went ahead and pulled that off of there. And then I went on YouTube and watched some videos, and some people were saying to detassel and others weren't, and something about some for seed corn, some for sweet corn. If anybody knows really what should you do with the tassels, if anything, please let me know. I'm learning, and some of you guys have a lot more knowledge than I do, so I always appreciate any input that you'd have.